let us see how the bottles, cartridge, and vials they are getting sealed. So these vials, cartridge, or bottles, basically they are sealed with the help of the rubber closure, which you have seen. The machine we have seen, and we have seen in that machine that how these rubber closures, are fixed onto these bottles, right? Now, rubber closure, when you're fitting it, it should be tight enough, okay, to produce a seal, so that no air or no particles they enter inside it, okay. But at the same time, it should not be so tight, okay, so tightly fit that it is difficult for the operator, if he's putting it with the help of hand or the machine, to fit it inside the opening or inside the neck of the container. So it should not be tight enough in order to so that it is difficult to position them or put them inside the container. So there are two methods that have been used for sealing. You have manual method. Manual method is nothing with the help of your hand, right? So what you do is you take a sterile forceps. With the help of sterile forceps, you pick up the seal and you put it inside on the container, or it can be done manually with the help of the hand also. You pick the your rubber closure, and then you insert it inside your vial or the bottle, okay. Apart from that, you have the machine method also. You have already seen the machine method when we have seen the video, okay. Usually whenever you are using the machine method, the surface of the closure is usually halogenated, or is basically coated with silicone, okay. So whatever closure you are going to have, that closure is basically lined, okay, with the coating of silicone, or so that it reduces the friction, and this what you call that rubber closures can easily fix inside this bottles, okay. So for that, what you are going to do is you are going to uh, uh, halogenate these closures, or you are going to coat it with the silicone in order to reduce the friction, and it can go easily. Now, during machine filling, what happens is these closures are put inside a rotating drum or a vibrating drum, okay. And from this vibrating drum, if you can see over here, okay, here there is a opening over here, okay. So through this vibrating drums, the rubber closures are passed into the chute. So this is the chute. If you can see, this is the chute, and from the chute, right, these caps are these closures, sorry, are now positioned onto these bottles. We have seen, as I told you, we have seen this machine yesterday. If you remember how this closures were picked up by the sealing machine, and they were fixed onto the rubber closures. Okay, that we have already seen yesterday, right? So closure slide from the rotating or vibrating drum to the bottom of the chute. So this is the chute to the bottom of the chute, and then it is positioned over the container, right? It can be inserted with the help of a plunger or some other pressuring device. This is the plunger or the pressuring device which, okay, presses it onto the container. Okay, this is how the sealing of bottle takes place. The the next thing after placing of this cap, that is the rubber closure, you have to again tighten it, okay, or make it tamper proof with the help of aluminum cap, okay. Now these are the different types of aluminum caps which you are going to see. So this is, so you have a rubber closure, and on that rubber closure what you affix is the aluminum cap. What does this aluminum cap basically do is it makes the product tamper proof in nature, right? So there are different types of, and it also holds the closure in that position. Otherwise, there are chances that this closure may get removed. So this aluminum cap, it basically holds the closure at the right position. Okay, it does not allow it to move, and it also makes the product tamper proof in nature. Different types of aluminum caps are there. You have single aluminum cap. In single aluminum cap, it is a single cap. So this is the type of single cap. It may be having a opening, okay, in between. So this is the opening which is there in the between, or it may be without a opening, like you see over here. It is a solid top without a opening, or it may be having a tear, tone away or tear away type of an opening. So this is nothing but a tear away type of an opening. So you have a single cap with you have a center hole, or it is a cap without a hole, okay, with a solid top, or it may be a aluminum cap that can be torn away, right? This can be and this these are all fit with the help of what? These all are fit. These aluminum caps are fitted onto the rubber closure with the help of the crimping machine or the crimping device. The machine that is used to fix this cap, okay, aluminum cap onto the rubber closure are known as crimping machine. So you have three different types. You have single cap, so it is a single layer, right? It is a single cap. Then you have double aluminum cap. Double aluminum caps. In that double aluminum caps you have the inner cap, okay, which can be having a center permanent hole, okay, and on that cap you have another cap, okay, which may be of solid type or which may be of tear away kind of a cap, okay. So what is happening is, so you have a inner cap with permanent center hole. Now this is exposed when the entire outer cap is torn off. So you tear off this entire solid cap, okay, and when you tear off this entire solid cap, what you see is you see an internal cap with the hole, right? Understood? Or you can have this kind of a cap whereby you just tear it open and the inner cap is being exposed, right? And below this spot, below this hole is nothing but the rubber closure, okay. The third type of cap is triple aluminum cap. These triple aluminum cap are basically for the larger bottles, okay. Now in larger bottles, what you have to do is you have to insert syringe inside the larger bottle, isn't it? Infusion set, what you call it as, okay. You have to insert that infusion set which are used for administration inside this cap, and it remains for a permanent amount of time. So this is a bottle that you have, right? This is your bottle, and inside this bottle what you do is you insert your infusion set, and through this infusion set the liquids come out, right? So this is how it has been done. In this case, this is how the solution is administered. This is how the solution is being given to the patient. Now in this case, what you have is that you have a triple aluminum cap for these kind of a large bottles, where you have a rubber closure having permanent hold, which is attached to this administrative set. So this set, okay, what has been attached is, a administrative set. So you have an administrative set over here which is being attached to this only, and to this what you attach is a aluminum cap with a permanent hole. And on this cap, so this is the cap which is there inside, on this cap you have another two caps, okay, which is going to secure the rubber closure, okay. So you have these further caps which are placed onto that. Now moving on further with the aluminum caps, how these aluminum caps are done, the so this is the rubber closure with the if you can see, this is the rubber closure with the permanent hole. So you have rubber closure with permanent hole. Whenever you have rubber closure with permanent holes, right, you use triple aluminum caps. This triple aluminum caps have a cap with first aluminum cap which is having the hole, right, which is placed onto this. So this cap is placed on this, right. Then further you can have these solid caps which are placed on this, right. So this is nothing but the triple aluminum cap which are used for rubber closure with permanent holes, right. Then how they have been fixed? You have the bottom edge. This bottom edge of the cap is usually bent inside, okay. So this is the aluminum cap, and this corner is bent inside, okay, or it is known as crimped, and it is crimped around the lip of the glass container. So this is the lip of the glass container. Onto this lip of the glass container, your aluminum cap, the what you call that, the bottom edge of the aluminum cap, this bottom edge has been crimped inside, right? Got it? This is how the aluminum cap is fixed onto the rubber closure. So finally, what you do is, after filling is been taking place, now these containers are sealed. They are first sealed with the help of the rubber closure, and then after sealing it with the help of the rubber closure, you are going to seal it with the help of the aluminum cap. After the sealing is been over, then now you are going to finally sterilize the product. So now once you sterilize this product, they are sealed, and once you sterilize this, now they are not going to come in contact with any microorganisms, okay, or any dirt. And your product is now sterilized, and it can be given to the patient anytime till the expiry date of your product. Okay. So how do you kind of carry out the sterilization? Sterilization, if the product is thermostable in nature, if it is not getting affected by heat, then you sterilize with the help of by increasing the temperature. Okay. So by autoclaving methods at different temperature and pressure, you can carry out the sterilization method. If your product is heat sensitive, okay, or if it is moisture sensitive, then sterilization can be carried out by different method. One of the method is by use of your gaseous ethylene oxide or propylene oxide gas. Okay, so these are the methods by which the sterilization has been carried out. Just to revise with you, whatever sterilization methods you have studied up till now, let us see. Just let us revise it with you. One of the method of dry sterilization is of sterilization is by heat, that is the dry heat. Okay. For that, the equipment that is used is hot air oven, which you have already used many a times. The temperature is near about 100, and the temperature, the condition that is there is about 180 degrees C for 2 hours, okay, or for 45 minutes at 260 degrees Celsius. These are the condition. The mechanism it causes is because with the help of oxidation of protein. And what kind of products are sterilized? The glassware, scissors, scalpels, your ointment tubes, okay, then oil, powders, okay, oily injections. These all can be sterilized with the help of dry heat. If you want to sterilize IV fluids, rubbers, plastics, okay, nylons, PVC bag, etc., then the sterilization that you carry out is with the help of the moist heat. It means what? You carry out the sterilization with the help of autoclaving, right? So what are the conditions of autoclave? Near about 150 to 117 degrees Celsius, the heat is there, and at near about 30 minutes you use them. And the mechanism of action is the denaturation or coagulation of the protein of the microorganisms. Okay, and that is how the oxidation of protein takes place. Here denaturation or coagulation of protein takes place, and the microorganisms are going to die. So one of the method is dry heat, another method is moist heat. If, as I told you, if your products are heat sensitive, they are going to get affected because of your heat, then you cannot use these methods. Then you basically go for the gaseous method or the further method, that is UV radiation, etc., those methods, right? In gaseous method, two types of gases, as I told you earlier, I use. You can use ethylene oxide gas, which causes alkylation of sulfhydryl group that is present in protein. Okay, or it can be done with the help of formaldehyde, which is also an alkylating agent. Okay, or it can be done with the beta propionate. Okay, so these are the three gases that can be used. Now, ethylene oxide basically used for, as I told you, for thermolabile material. It can be used for plastic and rubber. Formaldehyde basically is used for fumigation. When you want to clean the room totally, okay, you want to make it free from microorganism. That time that is known as fumigation, whereby gas is produced with the and that gas cleans the room. Okay, so that is the fumigation method. For that, formaldehyde is used, and for sterilization of aseptic rooms, theaters, etc., beta propionate is being used. So you have dry heat sterilization, moisture sterilization, you have gaseous method for sterilization. Then you can also have radiation methods for sterilization. I'm just revising this with you. You have already studied all this method. In radiation methods, you basically use the UV radiation. Many times you have a UV chamber. Through this UV chamber, your water is being passed. So you have to the pipes. In between the pipes, you have so your water is coming from this area and is going out from here. And what you have is in between this, you have the UV chamber. So your water passes from this. It comes into contact with UV light and it gets sterilized. Okay. So how does this UV light help? It helps in the damaging of the nucleoprotein. Okay, and all the thermolabile substances can again be sterilized with the help of radiation, right? It also maintains aseptic area in industry, and it also prevents the cross infection in hospitals, right? You have another method which is known as pasteurization method. Okay, pasteurization method is usually applicable for milk, right? And you also have tyndallization method. Tyndallization method is nothing but the fractional sterilization, in which heating of the medium at 80 degrees Celsius is carried out. And how it is done? It is done 1 hour for 3 successive days, right? So these are the methods that are known as tyndallization method. Usually surgical dressing, cultural media, they all are sterilized by tyndallization method. So these are the different methods by which you carry out the sterilization